You know, you try to do the best you can to make something look good, and you can, like, I put a new front bumper on it.
That thing's slick, Rick.
Put a new valence on it, you know, because the factory chrome bumper, it had the molding was ripping off of it and it had holes in it, and it was ugly. So anyways, there's a lot of things you try to do to make a vehicle look good, but the most important thing, in my opinion, is wheels and tires.
Yeah.
You know, you can have just an absolute beater of a vehicle, and if it's got some nice wheels and tires on it,
It's prime.
it's prime. You know, and like I said 1,000 times, this truck's been sitting for 10 years, and these are the wheels and tires that have been on it this whole time. And if you zoom in real close right here, look, this front wheel is missing a big chunk. The tire, you can see the air coming out of it right there. And then down here, and there's a date code on these things somewhere.
You mean tell me we raced that dude and I was in there with you and we was running
well,
wide open and them tires is showing air?
Yeah, they're showing air. And the date code on them is from 2013. So the tires are only 11 years old.
Why wouldn't you put these on the back?
It's the same thing on the back.
It ain't chipped out.
Oh, well, yeah, no.
That's about the blowout.
That is. But, anywho,
That's dumb.
that is dumb.
That's as dumb as my 3 lug studs holding mine on.
You only got 3 lugs on you. That's bad. So, anyways, those are some wheels that have been on this truck that Dad put on it, I don't know, a long time
They
ago.
look good to me.
And he run into a guardrail with one of them, and that's what happened to that. But, you know, and I'm not about having to be different than everybody else, but I don't like being the same. So maybe that is the same thing. I don't like having black wheels because everybody's got black wheels.
So you bought chrome ones?
No, I don't like chrome either because everybody's got chrome. And on these trucks, everybody uses like the factory takeoffs that come on like newer Silverados, and they're really nice looking wheels. And you know, they're just clear aluminum. But
Did you buy snowflakes?
no. So
Snowflakes about that.
I'm all about being different, and the wheels and tires just got delivered, and I haven't even opened them up yet. All I've seen is pictures.
I'm not even saying picture. I don't know what he's bought.
That's true.
He talked about buying welds. Are these welds?
They're not welds. No. But this is exciting. I've rarely bought wheels for anything that I've ever owned.
Are they like Name King wheels?
They're not maintained, no.
What?
I guess I'll play back. You ready?
It's the back side.
It is the back side.
I am ready. I can't wait to see what you bought here, especially if you say you're gonna be different.
Look at it.
Kragers.
Son, ain't that nice? Just kidding. All right, here we
Here we go.
Moment of truth.
Ta-da!
Check those
That's
out.
cool.
I think that'll look a lot better.
Yeah. Now that's cool.
Yeah. So it's not black, it's not chrome, it's not aluminum, it's a dark gray. So I'm gonna put some of these sweet tires on there, and
That's cool.
I think that'll really help the look of the truck.
Well, yeah. Let me peel that off.
No, get on. I'll peel my stickers off.
I got a funny backstory behind that.
Oh, the
I got me a new
yeah.
phone. You know, back in the day, you kept that when you get a new phone and it come with it.
Man, he holds grudges forever.
No, I don't. I just have a good memory.
Forever.
Yeah.
It had, you know, when you bought a new phone, it had like that screen protector on it.
Yeah.
And you'd keep it on there because you wanted it to keep it protected because you didn't want to buy a screen protector. You just use that one, and it was cool. I was like, Chris was like, oh, let me see, and he's like, man, this is a nice phone. He's like, oh, that's. He ripped it off like that, and I was like, no, man. So
He holds grudges.
now I just want to peel everything off for him.
Get back. So these are going on the truck. I'm gonna take them to the tire shop right now and get them mounted up, and hopefully we'll have them on there by the end of the day.
All right.
That's cool.
Yep.
And are we going to hear the green truck start up?
You gonna help me? No, I am pretty close.
Just gotta put some oil in it, right?
It's got oil in it.
Oh.
Gotta buy some spark plugs.
All right, go get him.
He has been dragging his feet.
Man, whatever. I am
Frame off
busy.
restoration right here.
I have a full-time job and I have a full-time house,
All right.
and it just doesn't take. I mean, he just gets off work. He comes down here and he's gonna take the rest of the day off just to put these wheels on now.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Just hanging out on Main Street in Hazelwood?
Yeah, Hazelwood. Hey.
It'll break it.
Yeah, so down here,
Yeah.
Hazelwood. Why are we here?
Well, I built that red pickup truck so that we could go to car shows and, you know, cruise ins and stuff like that.
You
So,
really did, huh?
yeah, that's what you do with a cam pickup truck. You just, it looks a little out of place where it's sitting right
I was
now,
gonna
but
say, let's.
check it out.
Oh goodness. There it is, in all her glory. You got the new wheels and tires on it.
Yeah.
So, think we're getting any people, onlookers, like really impressed with it? and
Oh,
stuff?
just thrilled. Yeah,
Like-
they're so impressed they don't even know what to
Yeah.
do with themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you know, car shows are always a funny thing. You don't, it's like people don't want you to be impressed with their stuff, and they don't want you to touch it for sure, but they won't tell you anything about it. Like, you can't compliment people at car shows. It's like car show etiquette or something. I don't know. It's not even etiquette.
Oh, really?
It's like car show rudeness, I guess. People just sit by their cars
And
they-
our kid is the only kid with a bicycle.
That's not true. That's not true.
Oh,
She is on a bicycle riding
Oh,
around,
here she
but I
goes.
just saw two other kids riding a bike.
did?
So.
she
Go,
goes.
go, go.
Oh,
Yes,
goodness.
we're having a good time.
We're having a good time.
Do that on it. Do that. You can read it on a little simple gauge. Oh man.
Big Dodge guy here. Big Dodge guy.
This is one thing we don't know much or nothing about. It's air conditioner stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought this was worthy
It
for the
wasn't.
YouTube
It's
because
He's had
It's-
the hood open on this thing so many times since he's bought it that his old AC line got broke, and somebody put a compression fitting on it. Don't do that. Don't put compression fittings on an AC line.
I took a breather off of it, and it just went down like a half inch to get it off, and it bumped that compression fitting, and then it just goes. I was like, oh, that's great. I didn't even know it had a compression fitting on it. So then I replaced it, and you had to take all this stuff out to get that line back through there. We say big Dodge guy, but actually that's extreme sarcasm because
yeah.
this thing is nothing but troubles.
What all have you done to it since you purchased it?
Head gasket, new turbo.
I think immediately when you got it back from Maryland, you had to put front brakes on it, didn't you? Weren't they like
Yeah.
locked up?
But that's a consumable. That's just
Locked up brakes are consumable.
no, they wasn't locked up. They was absolutely burned up. And then just the other day, my caliper locked up on me, so I've changed the brakes twice now.
Good.
So that's a deal. And then
So yeah, head gasket.
rear axle seal. And then I smell grease coming out of the other one now. And then it had an oil leak when I bought it, and I was like, all right, I can deal with the oil leak. I was like, I got the guy to come off of $1,000 so that I could put that money towards the oil leak. And then I get home and I take it to a mechanic and I park it outside his shop and I just leave it. And the next day he calls me and said, I pulled this thing in the shop and you know this thing's down a cylinder, don't you? I was like, what? He's like, yeah, it's only running on 5 cylinders. And I was like, well, sweet. And then, so I took it for an oil leak and come to find out it had a bad injector, a blowed head gasket, and a bad turbo. The entire coolant system, or cold side of
Yeah.
the turbo system was slam full of antifreeze.
The intercooler was acting like a
Water to air to water.
yeah,
Except it had the water in
like a water
the
melt
air.
injection all at the same. It's a good system. I recommend it.
Ugh.
So
They pulled the charge pipe off, and the antifreeze just rolled out.
It gets a water in the fuel light every time it rains because the O-ring on the fuel pump
Yeah, but
is bad.
we put a diaper on that, so it's good.
Me and
now.
Chris was going up to Kentucky, and we put a bunch of absorby cloths on it, and then we put a trash bag over it, and then we wrapped it with duct tape. That's been doing all right. It's still, if it rains real hard, it'll get you. So then when it gets the water in the fuel, then it kills an injector because Dodge injectors are super sensitive to water. And so...
And just last week it quit on you. What was it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, last week I had to walk home.
You did.
Because Chris was eating for Father's Day and I didn't want to call him. And it throwed like 12 check engine lights and I was like, oh boy, here we go. So I picked the cam position sensor to fix because usually when it goes bad, it throws 12 check engine lights. So I thought, well, I'll fix that one. Well, it took me 6 hours to get the new cam position sensor in because I was like this and I could use only these 2 fingers to get the bolt in and out. So I was like doing that up in there after I got it broke loose. Anyway, I dropped that bolt. It went down in the motor, not in the motor. It went down inside the motor somewhere in some cavities that you also can't get to. And so I ended up breaking all my fingers and getting them in there to this one cavity, and a bolt fell out. And I was like, yes, that's the bolt. And I put it in there, and it was not the bolt. It was a longer bolt. So after I spent another hour trying to get that bolt in there, I had to take it back out and shorten it and then put it back in. So... And then it wasn't the cam sensor. It wasn't the cam position sensor. So the truck wasn't fixed. It had broke the fan harness.
Which is another thing that you would just
which
replace.
I had just replaced the fan. And it was from O'Reilly's and it has this real hard harness that goes in front of the radiator that holds all the wires. Well, that piece of plastic had broke and touched the fan. And then it shorted out the wires, and so
Big Dodge guy.
then it throwed check engine lights for the entire system because they're all connected on a 5-volt system.
Big Dodge guy.
Shoo-wee.
Highly recommend you buy yourself.
Okay,
Actually, this one, you could buy this one.
Is it for
This
sale?
one is for sale.
You'd have to give me a bunch of money for this thing.
Everything on it's brand new.
Yeah,
What year is it?
2011.
Wonder if anybody else that's watching these videos has this truck.
Everybody I talk to that owns Dodges say they're the best trucks ever.
And they're so easy to work on.
Yeah, and they're awesome. Well, I would almost believe them. I think this one was just beat to death before I bought it. Like, me and Chris was over there trying to figure out this wiring problem, and we found like 10 things that were not plugged in.
Oh,
And they
boy.
were just hanging out, and it's getting all this oil in it because they throw oil under the hood all the time, and they're just packed full of oil. And we was like, well, this could probably be the problem, but I don't know. Just not.
Oh, and while we were on that trip, it had a crankcase pressure problem.
Yeah, crankcase
Filter.
restriction.
Which, it's just right here on top of the valve cover. So we were at Advanced Auto, we were like, yeah, we'll just slap one of them on it. And that didn't fix it.
Yeah,
So-
I bought 2 injectors. It's probably time for another one.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
A turbo.
It gets to knocking.
A turbo.
Okay, so what
More
are we?
than the normal Dodge
what are we
knock.
doing today?
This thing sounds like garbage when it runs good. Like Chris's Duramax is just smooth. You fire it up.
And
don't
you
hear
would
it.
have bought one of them, but
But
you
I
didn't
had
want
one
to
I
be
didn't want
like.
to be like Chris.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't even like that body style that much, so I didn't want one like that. But that was what I probably should have bought.
Good looking truck.
I'd buy if I bought one, I'd buy the classic, like the 2007 GMC. And them are nice.
Oh
I didn't
goodness.
want one of them though. I bought
I mean, they're just 20 years old now.
yeah, you buy a 20-year-old truck and spend $25,000 on it. Anyway,
Okay, back to this. What is
it had
happening?
that compression fitting on it, so we put a new line on it, and now we're pulling vacuum, and we don't know what we're doing here, but
Well, you just got to twist it
yeah,
and bop
so you
it.
just
And,
turn that and
yeah.
see what the gauge
And
says.
somewhere refrigerant goes in and we don't know where.
I prefer the O'Reilly's dial on
I
top
got
of the
one.
can, and you just put the Freon in it. But we're doing fancy things this time, and I don't know why.
Oh goodness. What a Saturday.
Yeah. It's exciting.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the machine's still rented. at the house. Well, we raced the cars.
Oh, well,
Well, the
We
car
can't-
and the truck,
we
not the
can't-
cars.
You can't start out like that. You
Yeah.
can't just tell them what we did.
Yeah, we did.
We did though. You know, I built this thing as just an all-out race truck, you know, and I expected it to beat everything. I expect it to
He
beat
lost,
everything.
so that's why he's being sarcastic.
Doggone it! I don't like losing.
Oh, we know. We know.
I was just planning on just driving this to the
It's
grocery
just-
store. I
it's just
never
daily
wanted to race
driver.
nobody.
Yeah, I mean it's a
Now that he
pickup truck.
lost.
It's a pickup truck.
But if he would have won, he'd have been like, oh yeah, that's a purpose-built race truck.
All right, so there's a lot of things around here on this property that we need to find out if the red truck's faster than or slower than. And
Not.
I have hope now.
I mean,
no, we ain't talking about race cars. We're talking about daily drivers
Street
because this
drivers.
is a daily driver. So first on the list is supposed to be that old piece of junk green truck, but the guy that's putting it together is just dragging his feet, and
I get it.
it's
And
anyways,
when I do,
it's not
you're
running.
gonna get beat
It-
again.
no chance.
Again.
You know good and well that it ain't.
I think it will now.
I'm sorry. We must interrupt this video for just a quick.
Oh yeah,
It's hot. Here.
it's
I'm
hotter than
serious.
you know what out
And
here.
Hannah's got a
Here we
jacket
go.
on
Here we
again.
go.
It's ridiculous.
Guys, she makes fun of the summertime.
I'm.
I-
You
summer-
probably don't even think it's hot here because she has a jacket on, but it seriously is hot.
But this is a vibe right here.
Well, yeah.
This is a vibe.
I'm tired of my feet and my legs sweating, so
And
Okay.
My feet are tender, so I'm not wearing nothing outside the boots.
Your feet are tender.
and I wasn't planning on leaving the house today, so I just put my hey dudes
If
on.
he
but-
goes through the field, he's gonna get snake bit right there,
yeah, probably so.
and they're gonna have to jump all the way up here.
Anywho,
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, why
So
are
we
looking at
took
outfits?
the red truck and the CTSV. So that's a
Sure.
what is that? An 04? It's an 04 Cadillac CTSV. It's got an LS1 in it, and it's got a mysterious camshaft in it. We don't know. We don't know what camshaft
We're
it
gonna,
is.
for lack of better terms, we're gonna call it the bad to the bone camshaft.
Okay, it's got the bad to the bone camshaft in it. It's 6-speed. It's got a 256. And we don't know how much power it makes, but it's pretty quick. So we decided that we'd try the two. And
Okay.
Josh, my buddy, videoed from behind in a Ford F-250. So you'll hear that knocking.
Power choke.
You'll hear that knocking in the video, but other than that, it's pretty good.
Yeah. So we
We
got.
can't video while we're driving.
No, we couldn't.
No.
We got a couple good runs in, and we can definitively say that the Cadillac is faster. But not by much.
It is
no,
much faster.
No.
I kept missing third gear because I wanted to keep my foot flat on the floor with a gas pedal and just stab the clutch and try to hit third.
You
and
know,
it would not.
in racing, it's all about the total package. You know, it's about the car and the driver. And
Yeah, total package.
he can't drive,
What
but he was in a
ever.
car that made a little
How
bit
many
more
times?
horsepower.
How many times did you miss a gear when we was racing?
Once.
Whatever, you just lied.
Okay, my gear shifter goes from first gear to second gear to third gear. He's over here just moving his wrist with a
Yeah,
little
and
short
you
turn
know
shift.
that good and well that
That
CTSV
thing's tight as it
is-
can be.
When you put it in first gear, it moves this much, and it's got
Oh,
a short throw
goodness.
shifter, and that's a problem with CTSV.
Anywho, I'm not here to make excuses.
Me neither.
The Cadillac is a little bit quicker,
It's quite a
but
bit
I
quicker.
do still have the truck on pump gas, and you might be able to see there in the background. But we got some E85. We
He's
run-
gonna need nitromethane.
I'm not. I might,
Nice.
I might get some, but I'm not gonna need it. But that's the same E85 that we run in the race cars. And Dr. Tunemal, I talked to him, and he said it's gonna be worth at least 40 horsepower, and I think that's gonna be enough to get around that.
Oh
Cadillac.
goodness. So you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it again.
Well, see what the problem is. I don't want to put E85 in it right now because there's other things that we have to determine which one's faster. Like the green truck, I got to race the green truck on pump gas first, and
Why don't you go over and help me put together?
I ain't got time. I gotta get it. We got a race in November. I gotta get that thing ready. Anyways, after I race everything around here, then I'll put it on E85. And
I don't care what Nurse Toonsome says.
what? That
You,
ain't nice.
you ain't gonna beat the Cadillac on the E85.
I'm gonna drive around that thing.
No.
Okay.
Well,
What will you race next?
I don't know. We might race the Duramax. So I've got, my black truck, the Duramax, and I don't know.
I tell you right now, It ain't even worth me turning the key in that Dodge.
We know, Steven.
Let's go race against the Dodge. Come on.
I think you could race me in the smart car and beat
And beat the Dodge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so we might race. I might get Steven to drive my Duramax because I am curious to see if a tuned Duramax is.
I'm gonna turn it on 5.
It's on 5. It stays on 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the Duramax might be next. And then whenever that daggone green truck gets running, I mean,
We'll get it.
one of these days we'll race it.
Okay.
And then we're going to do it all over again, and we're going to put E85 in it, and I'm going to smoke them all.
And then we're gonna get arrested.
Right?
Hey, if we have to publish a YouTube video from a jail cell, will you guys please bail us out?
Wow.
You know,
But we
racing
have been
is
going to
not a
Mexico.
crime.
We've been going to Mexico
and
to do it.
street racing is legal in Mexico. They passed the
I don't
law.
think it's actually legal in Mexico. They just don't care.
They passed the law last year. It's okay to race in Mexico.
Either way, that's where we go
That's
every
where we go.
time.
From Waynesville to Mexico.
Long drive, but we get down there.
Come on back.
Yep. Do what we gotta do.
Yeah.
Buy gordita and head on back.
Oh, all right. There's the first race,
Okay.
and I am pleased with the red truck.
So we're gonna show them. We're gonna show them the video.
Oh yeah,
The race.
yeah. We didn't put the videos in here. So here are the videos from Josh in the F250 behind us, and we run 2 or 3 times. So we'll put those videos in here. Check them out.
Hey, what's going on here?
Well, we thought just for the heck of it, we got a good wet field here. We might as well race a side-by-side versus the Silverado. But this is going to be a test hit for me.
No, I told him he couldn't do no test hits. You can't do no test
He's had
hits.
test hits all day.
Still no test hits. We're
right.
doing this straight off the trailer. Hang on. Hang on. Why are you so much farther forward? Oh, man. That's pretty good. I really didn't think he was going to. You good? was the deal there?
Looks like instead of buying a side by side, you need yourself a Silverado.
You ain't wrong. Cody, what happened? Wouldn't grab. Need more track prep. Oh, he's gonna have to catch him. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think the Razor got him that time. See, we found out that the side-by-side did not have it in four-wheel drive. And now he does. That was a big difference there.
I messed up and started in first. That was the driver mess up that time. I started in first.
I heard the pop. That was nice.
So I'm gonna do second.
got
I think
you.
I got him.
He got you though.
Did I come around him at the finish line?
Is Josh at the finish line?
It was close.
Is Josh at the finish line?
Yeah.
Oh, that's. Oh. Oh, I think you might have got him. I don't know. That's close. We'll have to ask Josh. That's a good race. You don't get much closer than that right there. Yes, sir. All right, we have a new opponent for the side-by-side. It's a big Dodge. I'm a big Dodge guy. Got a big Dodge here. All right. Dodge got beat. Seen that before. Poor Dodge guys. Mopar, no car.
What are you doing?
Going to church.
Are you?
Yep.
What are we taking?
We're taking the red truck.
We're
to
taking
church.
what? We're taking the red truck?
Yeah.
Man, this is exciting. Should I open your door here? Let me get your door.
Oh,
Let me get
please.
your door. Oh, this is a big day, guys. I never thought this would happen. Getting her to ride to church in the red
I
truck.
need the bucket.
The bucket?
Yeah.
It ain't that high.
Well,
Get in there. Let's go.
here we go.
Here we go.